everybody. Sorry. Finding the ever-present pollen count here. I hope all is well. This is Ginger, and this is Ginger's chat show. Hi, Nancy. How are things in Wisconsin? I hope good. Hope it's not too hot there. And here today it is 65 degrees, and it's 1 o'clock here. It's much cooler than it has been the last couple 3 days. So I have two of my windows closed. I have my one window open in my bedroom just to get airflow. But had to wear a sweater a little bit earlier this morning because I was cold. So you know how that goes. Yeah. Um, they were talking about temperature swings, and yeah, this is one of them. It happens here. And of course, where I live not too far from Commencement Bay out here, Tacoma waterfront, and so we get kind of natural air conditioning that comes in. What protects us from the superheat, pretty much, is the coastal mountains. So we're pretty much protected, outside of when we do get nasty windstorms and everything that come through. But most of our winds come down through the Fraser Valley and Canada, and it comes down this way. It kind of wraps itself around is what it does. So, 89, wow. Let's see. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was like Friday or Saturday. It was just shy of 90. We had 90 the weekend before. But that's too warm for me. Normally here we get like 90-degree weather like 3 days out of the summer. Just 3 days. So I know some of you are not doing very well heat-wise, especially those in Texas. I talked to my, cousins and everything that live in Missouri, and they're having to deal with a lot of stuff. So, anyway, sorry about that. I was trying to fix my computer screen so it doesn't blank out on me all the time, but they keep yelling about emissions and everything else. And I go, really? I gotta do more research on that. I'm gonna change it back to where the screen doesn't go to sleep. So, anyway, since it's Monday and July 24th, day after tomorrow, Cyrano goes in and sees the vet, find out where he is. Hey, Virginia. Okay. Well, you don't have it too bad. Nancy, move up here. Anyway, let's see, where were we? Hey, but a number of things are going on. Cyrano goes in for seeing the vet tomorrow on his thyroid and see where we go from there. If I want to continue treating him or may have to put him to sleep. He's about 14 and a half, almost 15 years old, and he's getting up there. But he seemed to be doing okay on the medicine twice a day, and he's eating and drinking water, bugging me telling me when he wants his lunch, or he's running low on water, or he wants me to go to bed, in the evening. So, anyway. Okay. I don't know if you guys been watching the Midas Touch. They're keeping tabs on what's going on as far as the grand juries and everything that's regarding Trump's trials, if you will, I find it's really kind of somewhat funny. He's not getting the exact attention that he, craves for. The main, uh, the other news outlets, they're pretty much ignoring him. They say, these trials happen all the time. These, the major trials, criminal trial type thing. Well, since he's a former president, he should not get any special privileges on that or anything. Um, so, anyway, this week, the January 6th grand jury committee that's seated right now in Washington, D.C., there's a whole bunch of, but the reason why it's taking so long on this one, there's a whole bunch of witnesses that came in and want to talk to the grand jury and what they have witnessed through the whole thing. And many of them were former aides, former employees that did work at the White House, or the standard crew that's always worked at the White House or at in the congressional halls. Want to talk to the grand jury. And of course, knowing Trump, since he's a bully, which he is, he's a bully, he does witness intimidation and everything else. Well, he should be slapped for that. Well, I hope this time around, when the indictment comes down, that I hope he's put in jail and kept there until trial. Until all his trials, kept there. Not allowed to travel, not allowed to campaign or anything else. This needs to be stripped of him. And some of his support go, well, he was president. I go, well, so what, he was president. Nobody's above the law. And he needs to be put in his place. He needs to be in jail. And he's been putting out all these posts from his Truth Social, which I feel is a joke. Oh, you watch his plane? Well, they need to confiscate his plane. They need to lock it down, not allow him to leave. Take his passports, everything else, surrender the passports, so you cannot go anywhere. And keep him, put him in jail. Don't put him back at Mar-a-Lago. Put him in jail. And then when the time for the trial comes, transport him to that trial and go through all the motions on that. Then when he's done with that trial, and if he's tried and convicted, and then put him back in jail for the next trial, and so on and so on and so on. And this is what they should be doing. They should not be allowing him to have free reign to roam around. Okay. No other person, especially in the Mar-a-Lago NSA records, that case, he should be in jail for that. He should be in jail for that, kept there. No other person who has committed crimes like that involves our national security they never saw a light of day. They were kept in jail. They were slapped in jail right away. Okay? We've seen this happen. So why are they treating he who shall not be named with kid gloves? What are they afraid of? If I were a judge, I'd say, nope, jail for you. No, and you're right. He shouldn't be running for president. And you know what? The Federal Elections Commission should tear up his application and say, nope, you're not running. Your name's not going to be on the ballot. because you're indicted, you're charged, you've been arrested, and you have a long rap sheet. So, no, you're not going to be in jail. Yeah. Well, Fannie Willis, who's the district attorney in Georgia, that's another one that's supposed to come down pretty soon. That's another indictment supposed to come down. She's filing RICO Act charges against him. For a RICO Act charge to occur, it has to be one or two people, or two more people to commit conspiracy for RICO Act. That's what he did, okay? So he should be in jail, period, and kept there. Put in solitary, no access to electronics. If he wants news or anything else, then he can watch TV on a fixed channel and kept there on that channel and not be allowed to change channels. Oh, I'm sure he who shall not be named will be throwing temper tantrums like a little kid. You know he will. And guy hasn't grown up. He's never grown up. He's never done things for himself. He's never cooked or cleaned or any kind of life skills or anything at all. He wants everybody to do everything for him. And I don't know what, and this is the impression I got. And his niece Mary says, you know what? He does that when you correct him on this, then he starts exacting revenge to get back at the person who put him in his place. Well, she still remembers vividly what her grandmother did. This was so funny. They were having spaghetti and meatball dinner that night. Okay. This is her I think it's her her paternal grandmother. She wouldn't put up with him doing things like this. Sorry. Anyway, she wouldn't put up with crap. But anyway, he kept bullying her dad. He kept bullying her father. And she even told him to stop. Okay. Well, he kept going on doing it. Well, you know what? Her grandmother came up with a bowl of spaghetti, followed along by a very cold bucket of water. She dumped the spaghetti on his head, on Trump's head, and dumped the cold water on him. And told him, you leave him alone and stop it and shut up. Then after all this is done, you're going to clean all this up. Well, he was trying to tell her, you made the mess. No, she said, you made the mess of being a bully. And Mary thought that was so funny when her grandmother did that. She had enough of his antics. She really was. Kind of reminds me of my grandmother. Anyway, so that's what we're keeping an eye on, the January 6th indictment and the Georgia elections fraud indictment. Elections fraud and RICO charges. So we're keeping an eye on those two indictments. As of yesterday, you remember when Elon Musk bought Twitter, the social platform? Well, of course, last month he resigned as CEO, but he kept a prominent hand on the company, what it's doing and everything. As of yesterday, he took the Twitter brand and it's no more. is now X, marked X. And it says it's going to be called the X Corporation. Well, I have a feeling he's kind of copying Meta, what they're doing, Facebook, Zuckerberg's company, copying Meta what it's doing. And that's what I think Eldon is doing. Of course, I never gone back to Twitter. So I don't know what changes they're going to do there or what the deal is. So I just don't like Twitter very well. Hi, Nose. That was Cyrano, you just heard. Oh, this also happened during one of the news conferences. I think President Biden did talked about any of the GOP-backed spending cuts the GOP's trying to pull and trying to do, he will veto them and send it back and said, do it right and do it properly. He's really tired of people like MTG, Jordan, others. Jordan's already now in trouble with the DOJ. He's already in trouble with them. So what? What do you want, Nose? You could probably hear him meowing. Yeah? What? I'm right here. Come here. Come here, Nose. Funny cat. He's really funny. Anyway, and he said any GOP-backed bills on the cuts in spending, he's going to veto. He said many of the major bills that have been passed earlier this year are already taken care of. So he doesn't know what the GOP's problem is. I don't know what their problem is either. I mean, what part of no cuts in spending? You want to keep things going. You want to keep, the military going, especially, when with North Korea's antics and China's antics and Russia's antics are going on. You want to keep on your toes with that, okay? Because we got to protect our thing. Now, another thing, too, that is happening is that I just read a short article on this. There's a push for McConnell to remove Tuberville's block and say, hey, we need to have him full up Joint Chiefs in there. We need a full crew in there. And they told, a lot of other people told McConnell and said, hey, by letting him block like this, just one person blocking, I mean, that is stupid. That's really stupid. Tuberville should be kicked out of committee and the block be unblocked and protect our country. Okay? Tuberville doesn't seem to understand what the Joint Chiefs are there for and how things really work. He's sort of like, come here, baby. You're a good boy. Let me finish this, okay? If you're hungry, go eat. He's so funny. I have a cat that's telling me what to do. Here, let me fix my... You there? Sorry. Oh, come on. Why are you acting up? Okay, you're going to have to listen to my voice here. Hold on a minute. 1 minute. Okay, I don't know why it's doing this. Let's just quit. Can you guys still hear me? I know you can't see. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Because my web camera is running hot. Oh, come on. I'm going to need to get a new... I know, my camera is acting up is what's happening, and... my camera is overheating is what's happening, Nancy. Okay, if you can hear me but you can't see me, I apologize to the guys. What do you mean you don't recognize it? Hold on a minute. Come on. Let me see what the problem is. Hi, Dorothy. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my camera, Dorothy. It's getting old. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to try something here, okay? I'm going to reload my page. Hold on 1 minute.